Let me introduce Barbara Millicent Roberts. She's originally from Willis, Wisconsin, and her birthday's on March 9th. By the way, she lives in a dream house in Malibu and has over 200 careers. Crazy, right? But this is the story of Barbie. This is the story of what women in the United States can aspire to be. Take a look at the original 1959 model Barbie on the screen, and the new edition 2022 scientist Barbie I'm holding in my hands. I actually received her as a gift from a women's empowerment conference, and she inspired me to give this talk today. So just to compare them a little bit, the original Barbie is wearing a swimsuit, and today's Barbie is wearing a lab coat and goggles. The original Barbie is holding sunglasses, and today's Barbie is holding a microscope. The original Barbie isn't even smiling, and today's Barbie is. Fun fact, the first smiling Barbie came out in 1977. At 11.5 inches tall, this plastic doll has captured the world's attention for over 15 years. Barbie is one of the greatest, or maybe the greatest icon of womanhood since her launch day in 1959. So Barbie's a little nervous since it's her first time on TED. I'm going to put her down. And okay. Personally, I grew up with Barbies, and my sister and I even had a Barbie dream house that we loved playing with when we were little. Her original debut was on March 9th, 1959, at the American Toy Fair in New York City. Co-founder of Mattel Inc., Ruth Handler, saw her daughter ignoring her baby dolls and instead playing with imaginary adult women dolls, so she was inspired to create Barbie. Barbie is the first mass-produced toy in America to portray an adult. This is the original 1959 Barbie, and she was an American teenage fashion model, dressed in a black and white swimsuit, holding sunglasses with her signature side glance. This Barbie instantly soared to the top of toy charts and became the most popular toy of the decade. And today, according to Barbie Media, over 100 Barbie dolls are sold every minute. That's close to $2 per second, and over 1 billion dolls have been sold since 1959. Part of understanding each Barbie is important to recognize how far we've come as women. So I'm going to start with a couple Barbies. First of all, the 1963 college graduate Barbie, who came out around at a time when only a few women were actually graduating college successfully and becoming financially independent. In 1969 and 1979, the first African American and Hispanic Barbies were made, allowing her diversity to grow. So I'd like to start with what I see as the turning point from Barbie as a showgirl to a career woman. The 1965 astronaut Barbie. Now let me give you some context. Space was actually really popular at the time. This Barbie just reflects the excitement around the space race and getting to space. But the first American female to go to space was Sally Ride in 1983. This Barbie was exploring new frontiers long before. Next, the 1972 surgeon Barbie. This Barbie came out around a time when only 9% of doctors were women. Today, while the numbers are constantly changing, there's about an equal ratio of female to male doctors. As a young woman who aspires to go into medicine, Surgeon Barbie has paved the path for generations to come. In 1975, Skier Barbie was made, and she came out around the same time as the tennis player Barbie, aerobics instructor Barbie, and roller skater Barbie. In 1972, Title IX was passed, encouraging girls' participation in sports. In 1971, there was 280,000 female athletes. That number raised to 2.8 million in 2001, an increase of over 840%. Now, military Barbie in the 90s is particularly interesting, since today only 20% of the Marine Corps is made up of women, and only 6% of the Air Force is made up of women. Part of understanding each Barbie is celebrating the progress we've made, but also recognizing where progress needs to be made, such as representation in the military. Now, this final Barbie represents the epitome of power in the United States in the hands of a woman. President Barbie. Barbie's actually run for president every election since 1992. She's had her own campaigns coming with bumper stickers, her own political party, the Bee Party, her own presidential speeches, and more. This is the 2020 presidential campaign set, coming with a fundraising manager, campaign manager, presidential candidate, and voter. All female-powered and realistic. President Barbie could be the next big win in gender equality for us. Now, I'd like to switch topics a little bit and talk about the change in Barbie's body image. Today, more girls than ever are struggling with issues like imposter syndrome and insecurities about their body weight and more. What I call the Barbie critics say that at 5'9" and 110 pounds, Barbie would technically have a BMI of 16.24 and fit the weight criteria for an anorexic. If she were a real person, she'd apparently have to walk on all fours due to her bodily proportions. In fact, in 1965, pictured on the screen, Slumber Party Barbie came out, coming with a scale set at 110 pounds and 2 books, one that said How to Lose Weight and Do Not Eat. Yet, as Barbie's career opportunities broadened, her body image changed as well, so there was a Barbie for everyone. In 2016, petite, tall, and curvy Barbies came out, and they came in 7 different skin tones, 22 different eye colors, and 24 hairstyles. So there truly was a Barbie for everyone. Interestingly, though, little girls seem to be biased towards the thinnest bodies. In a Barbie-focused study at Pepperdine University, only 6% of girls said they choose to play with curvy Barbies. Unfortunately, many of these same girls will grow up struggling with issues like body image, so there's definitely work to be done in terms of the ideal Barbie. To me, though, the shift in Barbie's professional and overall image represents how much power simple things like toys have in telling us about our past, our present, and our future. Barbie is a trailblazer for women throughout history. She represents the idea that women everywhere should always have the choice to do anything. And she truly embodies her motto, "You can be anything." Thank you.